And obviously I'm gonna take your questions. We're gonna have a chat a little bit, but as you're joining right now, maybe you're getting a notification that I'm going live right now, you're joining, just let me know where you're watching this live stream from, and would love to chat. Let's put the music on the next track. I need something a little bit more upbeat, yes. So that's perfect. Again, thank you guys for always just tuning in, watching these live streams. And we're obviously today is a little early than normal. Normally we're on like hours later, but we're trying to fit these live streams in between life. And also I'm taking my mom out to dinner. My mom and my stepdad. It's actually for his birthday to dinner. So I gotta make sure I get this done in time. Quick hellos to Mark Hubbard in Flagstaff. Jim Oliveira says, hook me up, David. I got you. Phil the Thrill, Denver, Colorado. Zeus Artiste, hello, how are you? Great to see you as well. And Queen Aya, hello to you. And Jim Oliveira in Sacramento, California. So yes, let me know, where are you watching this live stream from? Would love to chat up with you. And Queen Aya is in Dallas, Texas. So everyone in Texas, especially you, we're just hoping you're staying safe. Also, a big thank you to my friend Little Jay, who lives in San Antonio, and he is on the ground helping people. And I saw what he was doing, so I just sent him money. We just sent him like Venmo, and he's sending me all these updates about all these people he's feeding, putting in hotels and Airbnbs. And I just know a lot of people in Texas are in need right now, and I don't live there, but a lot of people I know live there, and there are a lot of amazing people in Texas. So if you can, do your part to help anyone, however you can. Amanda Bradford, hello to you, and Andrew Pence in Roseville, California. All right, hello to you. Zeus is in Pakistan. Hopefully I said that right, Zeus. Very, very cool name. And then Kristen BP and Cape Cod here. Yes, Jim Oliveira, we're in Sacramento, we're your neighbor. All right, we're not gonna waste any time. Let's get into this live stream. All right, welcome to Art Life Live. My name is David Garibaldi, and today we're gonna be honoring a music legend. A legend to say the least. Even posthumously, he's still having an impact on all of us, and we're gonna honor him with a portrait. So let's paint. Yes, welcome everybody, welcome to Art Life Live. If you get a chance, send me a text, 916-866-8101. I'll keep that number on the screen as much as I can, but send me a text and I will send you a video reply today from my phone. So also, hello to my mom, which I'm having an early dinner with right after this. So Mom, if you're watching, you'll know I'm on my way when I'm done here. All right, so hopefully we don't go overboard. So Jim Oliveira said, saw you at Golden One with Kiss. That was an amazing experience. Not only one, going on tour, opening for the band Kiss, but also performing for my hometown at that level. I mean, that was unreal. I mean, one of the biggest rock bands in history, and then at the biggest venue in my hometown, Sacramento, at Golden One Center. So it was a pleasure. I'm glad you enjoyed. Aziz, hello to you. You're watching on YouTube. Thanks for watching as well. And let's see. Deanna Meyerson, hello to you. Yes, it feels good to be back. You'll see soon. You'll see soon why we've been so busy. The studio is a lot cleaner. We'll reveal soon. Okay, my mom said, okay, good, was checking. Yes, don't worry, did not forget about you, Mom, ever. So what else is going on? I just mentioned, you may see it in the title, what I'm painting today. I'm just trying something out to give it away of what I'm doing, and I'm gonna let you just come along with the process and enjoy it. And we'll get into this soon. Also remember, at any time, you can chat below, ask questions as I'm creating, and I'll do my best to answer them. And I have this number right there. send me a text, say hello. The first response will be like an opt-in thing, and then after that, it's just me after that, and I will send you a video reply today if you text me today. So, Deborah Mento, shout out to you. Dabramento. Is it like a Dabramento? I don't know. You let me know. So Jim Oliveira said, do you sell the paintings? Yes, I do. On my website, garibaldiarts.com/gallery. We have a bunch of paintings on there, or you can just email me info@garibaldiarts.com and tell me what you're looking for. We'll figure it out. All right. We're not gonna waste any time. Let's go ahead and let's paint. Welcome back to Art Life Live, everybody. We're easing our way into the year. As you know, last year was just crazy, and we just started doing these live streams. I'd never really done them like this before, and then we were presented with time and a way to figure out to do it and to bring art to you the best that we can. So also joining us right now, Instagram and TikTok. Welcome to all of you. So throughout this live stream, feel free to ask your questions below in the chat. And also, I'll do my best to answer all of them. Just a heads up, I am painting, so I may not be able to answer all of them, but I'll do my best. Just a quick shout out to, I think it's Angel Star. She said, your movements when you create is a great vibe into the music. Yes, we got a cool vibe today, honoring a music legend. I think, I don't know what anniversary, if it's his birthday or death tomorrow, but either way, we're gonna honor him. And all right, you guys ready for this? Yeah. All right, hello to everybody on Instagram and TikTok as well. We're gonna get started very, very soon. I've painted this image just once before. Hopefully I can remember how to do it. You good over there? Do you need some help? Oh, okay. All right, so we're just working on some connection issues. In the meantime, so I have this screen down here where I can read your comments. It's also full of paint. So I'm trying to read through the paint splatters. So Jaman Bullock, shout out to you. Thank you again always for the support and love. And we're starting very soon. Let's see. Nige Gregory is watching from the UK. Where are you watching from? Comment down below. Let me know what city, state, or country are you watching this live stream from. And yes, what it do, Jaman? What it do? I see Quebec, Canada with us. Shout out to my friend Corey Shapiro in Montreal, Canada. And just checking out some of these comments on here. So yeah, right now we are simulcasting on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Good to go? All right, we're good to go. And some other platforms. I don't know. All right, let's go. Indianapolis. Shout out to South Dakota. I see you. All right, we're over here. Let's go to this camera real quick. Okay, so welcome everybody. We're gonna start this live stream. We're honoring a music legend. Hopefully you can hear the music okay. If you can, give me a thumbs up. Also, be sure to ask questions down below in the comment section, and we'll have some fun. Let's do this. All right, I'm also gonna try to explain my process as I'm painting. Let's paint. So this music legend made a huge, huge impact during his time on this earth. And unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. but his music will live on forever and ever. We're gonna do our best to honor him. You know, I love painting people who are with us, not with us, and I feel like that's how we, you know, their memory is able to live on, is through things like this, through their music, through some form of art, or just any way we can do that. You might see in the comments as well, or in the titles of some of these live streams, what I'm doing. If you don't see it, you can always guess. Let me know what you think. It's been a while since I painted this one. So right now I am just adding some undertones that I want to stand out later on. I'm gonna paint the skin tones and other colors on top of this, but these particular colors are ones that I kind of just want to sit in the back. So normally artists do like a wash on their canvas, and it's colors that you'll maybe see, you know, wherever they don't paint, you'll see that wash in the background. This is kind of like my version of that. I didn't take any formal training in painting, which I'm sure some of you can tell, but so sometimes I don't always know what I'm doing. It's hard to explain, but I always do my best to try to explain to you this process. All right, let's keep building. Again, if you have any questions, you can ask me down below in the chat. You know, painting these portraits is always a mixture of accuracy and like still having an artistic interpretation. You know, obviously I want you to see who it is, and I want you to know exactly what I'm painting, but also I want to have my own take. So it's always a fine line between those two worlds. All right, someone asked, have I done a spray paint only portrait? If I have, it's been a long time, but I will leave that to the spray paint artists. They're the experts in that. I'm sure I could try. I wouldn't be opposed to it. All right, so someone said, what inspires my paintings? Is that correct? Okay, so I'm usually inspired by using my art to connect with people. And by that, I try to choose subjects that will hopefully, you know, whether it's music-based or pop culture, and also subject matters that I'm into as well. So it's like, how do I express what I love and what I enjoy, but also connecting with people at the same time. So that is what inspires me. And then it's just trying to figure out what I enjoy doing on top of all that. All right, so Instagram asked, how am I reading the comments? I'm not reading them. Ray, who is running the production, is reading your questions, asking them to me, and then I'm answering them. So that's how I'm able to read the comments. So someone said, have I painted MF Doom yet? No, but that's definitely one that I need to do. I know I'm super late on it, but I just haven't been in the studio, to be honest. I've been taking a little bit of a break, but definitely one that needs to be done for sure. We're just building this portrait up right now, just one layer at a time. So someone said, do I paint entirely from memory? And I would say no. You know, I have my ways of like studying and doing my preparation. So it really just depends on what the image is and how I'm able to best prepare for it. So I'll say this, I'm an artist, not a magician. So someone asked, do I do personal work? And yeah, I do commission work. People, you know, hit me up and ask me for commission stuff. And if everything works out, the subject matter and the project details, then we're able to do them. But obviously not every project works out, but we try our best to work with everyone. All right, someone asked, do I ever start over after, you know, if I make a mistake, I'm assuming? And I've done that before. It's rare, but I've definitely started over my fair share of times. But I would say I try to avoid that by either accepting the mistakes or, you know, somehow learning from them, but also learning from the mistakes from the past and applying those to avoid, you know, things that I could do to the painting to kind of mess it up. So it's really just a mixture of just self-awareness so that I don't have to start over. The beauty though too is you can always paint over your mistakes. Oh yes, so someone said, have I ever done Eddie Vedder? And yes, I actually did a huge commission project for a collector in Canada. I don't know if he's watching, but the Hamiltons, they have the one and only Eddie Vedder painting that I've ever done. So the Hamiltons, I have done one. Maybe I'll share it on social one day, but for now it's just, it's in the collection of the Hamiltons. I'm assuming you guys can guess who it is at this point, correct? Yay, nay? Let me know. Okay, good to know. All right, someone asked, am I painting on paper or canvas? And this is canvas. So I buy my canvas on a huge roll, like probably like 100 yards at a time. And we just put it on the wall, stretch it out, staple it, and go from there. Oh yeah, so Shannon Hamilton, the owner of my one and only Eddie Vedder painting. Shit looks incredible. Thank you, Shannon. All right, so someone asked, how did I find this style of painting? And this style particularly, so if you think about more in the performance painting style, inspired by Denny Dent. So please do me a favor, when you get some time, go Google Denny Dent. He was the father of this performance painting, pop art, portraits, and I'm painting live for you, but normally I do this live on stage. So that's how the techniques were developed, is how do I create a painting in minutes to music while entertaining the audience. So that's what I had done the past 18 years, and now I'm just taking my time, but still applying the techniques that it takes to do this style. So inspired by Denny Dent, but also other inspirations like Leroy Neiman, Andy Warhol, and a lot of other pop artists as well. All right, so someone asked, where can they buy a print for this one? So this print, there's not gonna be a print of this. Not everything I paint is available as a print, mainly because there's certain licensing and things we have to deal with, but thanks for asking though. All right, let's head over. So we've been building up this portrait from the kind of the undertone of the skin, and now we are getting to the brightest highlights, just adding and mixing some white in with the highlights on the face. I'm gonna get a smaller brush to actually, you know what I'm gonna use? Let's play with these. So check these out. Haven't used these in a while. Let's actually dip into some white and add on. There we go. You can like kind of cake on. I probably would never use these in a live show setting because it's very unpredictable of what it does, but I do like the fact that you can really cake on some of the highlights. All right, sending greetings back to South Africa. What was their name? Freddie in South Africa, sending greetings back to you. Thanks for watching. All right, so someone asked, what do I do with these paintings after I'm done? And, you know, we archive them, we set them aside, we sell them, sometimes we donate them to charity, just a number of things that we have options for, but we do sell a lot of paintings, I would say that. What was that? Ooh, that's a great question. So the art that I hang on my own wall, I actually don't like to hang my art because I see enough of it every day, but one of my favorite paintings that we have in our home is from an artist that we found on the streets of Bali. It was one of those, like I was walking by an alley, walking past it, came back to it, and I was just so struck by this work. And now the painting that we have it's like an abstract painting. I've never really collected stuff like that before, but I was just so into it. It's one of my absolute favorite paintings. So that is one of them. I'll have to take some time to think of some more. So you guys can see this Kurt Cobain face come to life. Like those golden locks. All right, so someone asked, what are my favorite brushes? These are my favorite brushes. They're just synthetic, squared off brushes, and I like these because not only can I cover a wide surface because they're wide, but also they're thin, and I'm able to just get fine lines at the same time. So they're just very versatile. So how much do I pay these costs? Depends. These large ones can, they can start at, $3,500 to $4,000 and go up from there. It just depends on a lot of different factors. So, pricing art is not such an easy task as you think. But when people reach out to us, we just get an idea of what they're looking for and find art that fits their budget. And it's okay, I know that my art is not for everyone, so I'm all right with that. All right, someone's asking what kind of paint is this? This is just latex house paint that I use. Nothing special about it. It's bare ultra premium latex paint. So I love this part of the image where there's all these like highlights of his hair, as if there was like a light shining from behind him. And his hair is just picking up all that light. So we're just gonna get lighter and lighter as we get closer to the outside of his hair. There's so many different ways to approach painting from an image that has already been done, like a reference image. And it's either you paint what you see or paint what you feel. The beauty of it is, it's your painting and you can kind of translate from there. But for me, I like to do the mixture of painting what I see and a little bit of what I feel. Actually, I would say probably a lot more of what I feel. Like even this, I feel like I'm gonna add like a glow kind of around him. And I'm gonna get some fresh brushes over here because it's picking up a little too much of the yellow. And I want this white to really, really pop, just like that on the little edges. And again, I'm gonna come back with probably some spray paint just to get that pop. Let's see, what's this? Let's get a new cap on this. So this is a cool little technique. Just makes it look like there's a mist in the air and the light particles are picking it up. You get a light mist on there. There we go. Not quite done yet, but it is coming along. So someone asked, what is the most expensive painting I've ever sold? And I think the most one that ever went in auction, in a live auction. So that means I painted it, it went to auction before it was dry. I think the highest it's gone for is about $50,000, which is pretty incredible. Just gonna add a little bit of an undertone to his hair, so it's, I know there's a lot of yellow. So I just wanna tone it down just a little bit. So someone asked, do I ever paint smaller portraits? And honestly, it's very rare that I do, because that's not the style that I paint. I don't paint sitting down and small. I work best when I'm moving and I've got a brush in each hand, I'm standing up, and so if I do, it's extremely rare for me to ever sit down and paint a small portrait. Very, very rare. Let's go with this. I'm gonna start the eyes with this gray. Oh, look at it, there's like a little teardrop here on his eye. Just doing some of the white on his eye. We'll come back. Come back with some white. I'm just gonna put it near the bottom, because imagine shadows from the eyelids casting a shadow on his eyes. So let's go get some blue. Let's add some blue to this portrait. And also, of course, the blue in his eyes. Just gonna add a little bit of texture of blue as well into the face. All right, let's get some skin tones. Let's throw a bit of paint at this. All right, so if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them below as I finish this out. Let's go back and get some texture colors in there. come on in for this last hand slap. All right, so you ready for it? You ready? No? All right, we'll fix it later. Okay. All right, we're just fixing some audio issues, but come on in for one last hand slap. Here we go. All right, take one last look at Kurt Cobain, honoring him today. I believe tomorrow is the anniversary of his death, so we want to honor his life legacy with a portrait. Check it out. All right, thank you all for watching this ARTLIFE live stream. And actually, good morning to William in Australia. You just caught the end of this Kurt Cobain portrait, just painted it live during the live stream. And thank you guys so much for watching. The best way you can support these live streams is to hit the share button. You can share it in a friend's DM, share it on your page, share it on your Twitter timeline. I appreciate everyone who's answered some questions. I'm going to answer some questions before I sign off. And in the meantime, take one last look at this Kurt Cobain portrait. See all the details in the face. We could bring it. You want to bring that over here? You want to bring it over here? Okay, cool. All right, so take one last look at Kurt Cobain, and would love to answer some questions before we sign off this ARTLIFE live stream. Just, kicking off the new live stream new year. All right, welcome back, everybody. All right, welcome. All right, so get your questions ready. Would love to answer some questions. And are we good on audio? Hey. Here we go. So Jamon Bullock, I'm going to answer your question. Who are my top 5 favorite artists? Stay tuned for that as we wrap up this live stream. Woo, probably a little bit of. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed that Kurt Cobain portrait. Take one last look on it right now. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Periscope, it is on the screen right now. If you're on Instagram, there's a link in my bio to watch that part of the live stream. But Jamon Bullock was asking me, who are my top 5 favorite artists? And man, I have to say, let me look up. There's so many artists that pop up on Instagram and I forget their names, but I want to make sure I pronounce his name correctly. But one of my favorite artists is Tristan Eaton. I believe that's his name. Yeah, so Tristan Eaton, check out his work. I love just his mixture of graffiti, graphic design, and like figures and message all in one. Super colorful. Obviously, Denny Den is a favorite of mine. Ernie Barnes. Ernie Barnes did like a neo-mannerism, figurative style of paintings. A lot of black culture references as well in his work. And Andy Warhol, and then obviously Jamon Bullock is another favorite artist of mine as well. All right, so I'm just gonna read some of the other questions that are on the screen right now from Facebook and YouTube, and maybe I'll get to some from over here as well. But so Bianca Alma was asking, what was it like doing paintings for music videos. And it's strange because usually when I'm doing those paintings, I'm in my element. Yes, there's cameras around, but it doesn't feel like you're doing it for a music video. It feels like I'm just painting a performance. So it's actually quite comfortable, to say the least. But then when it comes out and the world sees it, that's when it feels unreal. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that we got to do this. So it's always an honor. Let's see. So Justin said, I think your interpretation of Starry Night would be awesome. And I've never painted that in my style. So I'll keep that in mind. Maybe we'll do it for an ARTLIFE live stream. I may need a reference image for that because I can remember parts of faces. I don't know if I can remember that. So Jamon Bullock says, when was the last time you breakdanced? It has to be at least 10 years, like actually moving like I breakdanced. It's been a while. So, all right. And then, were there any questions? Let me see if I'm gonna pull up the Instagram feed and see if I can pull up any questions on here. In the meantime, feel free to ask some more below. I'm gonna be on for about 1 to 2 more minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat down below. And then actually, why don't you scroll back up in the comments? Let's see. So do you ever paint other famous artwork pieces in your style? I think Justin was asking that in reference to the Starry Night. Jamon Bullock also asked, I love Jamon here on YouTube. When did you start painting with both hands? And I started painting with both hands in 2003 when I started teaching myself this style of performance painting, because doing it with one hand, you're gonna get it done in twice the time. Doing it with 2 hands, you'll get it done in half the time. So it helped make my decision easy to learn and teach myself how to use both hands. Also, one quick note before I answer your questions, there's a number down below on the screen. Text me 916-866-8101, and if you text me today, I'll respond with a video reply. So keep that in mind. All right, let's see. I'm just reading some of the other questions. Okay, so on Instagram, I'm reading this question from Yessie Jesse. Was it hard to get to where you are now in art? The simple question is yes. But is it impossible? No. I think there's 2 major factors that played a role into making it difficult. Is the world is always changing in how we communicate, which means no matter where we were in the world of technology, I used the most popular platforms to communicate with my audience and also try to do it to the best of my ability. And if I didn't know, I would have to learn. Now, what I'm talking about has nothing to do with art, but when you're creating art, you want to make a career out of it, you have to share it with the world somehow. There's always this fantasy that some art agent's gonna come knocking your door and want to sell your artwork, and it's just not real. You have to put yourself out there into the world, and using these tools like Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, the list goes on, and guess what? It's gonna change. There's things like Clubhouse now. You can share your message through an audio platform or podcast. So I say this, it's hard because there's a lot of stuff that you have to do that have nothing to do with art. And then there's the art. And then it's just trying to become a better artist and become more clear about the stuff that you want to share. So I don't want to discourage anyone, but just know that getting into it, there's a lot of work ahead. And the ones that succeed are not always the best artists. And that's a pill you're gonna have to swallow if you don't want to do the work. Because it's hard to see other artists out there that, I don't mind this because I want to support and see everyone win, but say you're not putting in the work and there's artists better or not as good as you that are succeeding. You have to do the work. It's not always fun. Tina Winters asks, that painting that went for $50,000, who was the painting of? And it was actually of Jesus. So that painting that went for $50,000. Now there have been paintings that have gone from 50 and 10,000, everything in between that vary in portrait subjects, but that particular one was Jesus. So, yes. All right, let me see if I have any other questions on Instagram. I don't see any. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this live stream because I have to get to dinner with my mom. But I appreciate you all joining. We're gonna do this again next week. Just look out for my posts or notifications. I would highly suggest follow me on Instagram at Garibaldi Arts if you don't already do that. I post daily on my story, and you can just get daily updates. So follow me there and send me a text, 916-866-8101. Take one last look at Mr. Kurt Cobain for the anniversary of his death, which is tomorrow. Rest in peace. All right, thank you guys for joining. Peace.